Bella stood at the edge of her bed, her hands shaking, staring at the envelope in her hand. Her husband Davis was asleep, peaceful, unaware. She whispered to herself, how did he get to this? This wasn't the life she imagined at 25. She was young, smart, beautiful, and married. But tonight, she was about to do something that could destroy everything she had ever loved. Her heart was beating so fast. She looked down at her phone. A message blinked on the screen. Room 208. Don't be late. 6 months ago, Bella had it all together. She worked as a secretary in a big company. Her boss, Mr. Daniels, was well respected, powerful, and dangerous in ways she didn't realize at first. He started with compliments, then it became touchy jokes, long stares, private meetings. Bella tried to ignore it. She was married. She loved her husband so much, but Mr. Daniels didn't care. When she finally said no to one of his advances, everything changed. He stopped greeting her, gave her more work, moved her to a smaller desk. People started treating her differently. Then one afternoon, she got called in his office. I think your time here is over, Mr. Daniels said coldly, sliding the letter across his desk. Bella opened it. Her heart dropped. A termination letter. But I can change my mind, he said. Meet me after work. Let's talk. Alone. She felt like the ground had been pulled from under her. She was the only one working. Her husband's jobs didn't pay enough. Rent was due, and she knew how tough it was to get another job. A lot was really going on in her mind. That evening, she left the office crying deeply. And as she sat close to her husband, she contemplated to tell her husband what she was going through or to keep it to herself. That night, Bella wore a long dress, tied a scarf, and held the Bible. She told her husband she was going for a church service, but instead she was going to see her boss, who has been waiting for her in a hotel room. As Bella walked down the lonely path to the hotel, tears rolled down her eyes. She knew she was about to make the worst mistakes of her life, but she had to because her job was at stake and she needed to secure her job. The next day, Bella got her job back and also received a promotion. She sat at her desk, staring at the promotion letter that should have felt like a reward. It didn't. It felt like a betrayal of herself, of the man who had always trusted her, of everything she had sworn she would never do. Each day in the office became unbearable. The weight of her choices suffocated her. Every glance from Mr. Daniels felt like a reminder of her fall. Every call from him, every whispered conversation behind closed doors felt like chains tightening around her. She tried to convince herself that it was over, that she could return to being the woman she once was, but she wasn't. A month later, she discovered she was pregnant. The full horror of her decisions crashed upon her. She knew her husband was not responsible for the pregnancy. It was her boss. She couldn't bear it, so she decided to quit her job, even after everything she had done to secure it. That night, as she got home, she buried her face into her pillow and sobbed until exhaustion consumed her. If only she had walked away earlier. If only she had fought harder. If only she had never let herself fall into Mr. Daniel's trap. The months dragged on. Bella kept the truth from her husband, clinging to the fragile hope that she could move past the mistakes of her life. Then the baby was born, a beautiful boy, innocent, pure, yet a constant reminder of everything she had done. Her husband loved the child without question, believing him to be theirs. Bella tried to love him too, but shame lurked in the shadows of her heart until the day everything came crashing down. The baby fell sick. They rushed him to the hospital, hoping for answers. The doctor delivered news that shattered the last remnants of Bella's life. The baby has an SS genotype, he explained gently, as though the truth would hurt less if spoken softly. He's a secular. Her husband froze. No, he whispered. It's not possible. Our genotypes are compatible. This, this isn't my child. The silence in the hospital room was suffocating. Bella trembled, unable to speak. He turned to her, pain and betrayal painting his face. Tell me it's not true, he pleaded, but deep down he already knew. She couldn't. The words refused to come, because they would only confirm the inevitable. And just like that, everything crumbled. Days later, the baby succumbed to his illness. Bella wept at his grave, consumed by grief and regret. Her husband did not stand beside her. He had left her alone with the ruins of their marriage, with nothing but pain and consequences that could never be undone. Bella begged him to stay, pleaded for forgiveness, but his heart had already turned to stone. This is over, he said simply. There's nothing left. Bella could have drowned in her sorrow. She could have let her past define her forever, but she refused. Instead, she took the remnants of her shattered life and fought back. She gathered every piece of evidence against Mr. Daniels, the tests, the emails, the threats. She took him to court, and she won. Other women came forward, inspired by her courage, revealing their own stories of harassment and coercion. She used the settlement money to rebuild herself, to create something new, an organization that helped women navigate the professional world safety, ensuring that no one else suffered the way she had. She had lost everything, but in the ashes of her downfall, she found something greater, herself. Bella's mistake had been devastating, but she refused to let it define her forever. And in the end, she rose.